It certainly looks festive here on the set. We're taking your calls with Linda Barcz from the Barcz Company. We have 2 lines open today at 270-9933. Linda.
Hi, Susan.
I've never seen a poinsettia like that, or poinsettia. How do you say it?
You know what? They're both appropriate, so whatever you like is fine. That is a new type of plant. See how fine the leaves are? The whole characteristic of the plant is a little bit more delicate. This is the old-fashioned, great big bracts, actually, rather than leaves, that are typical of it. But this is a hybrid plant that is the super white flower on it. So it depends about what your taste is. We have both of them available. The real white one is a little bit more compact, also.
What is the brilliant green one you have in
Isn't
between?
that cool? That's
very pretty.
Pathos, and it does brighten things up, and it does keep. Notice that the leaves are a little bit greener on the top. That means they haven't been in as much bright light, and if they have enough sunlight, then they are more of that chartreuse green.
It's good for your senses this time of the year.
Yes.
Let's go ahead and get to the phones, and we'll start with Joanne in Wanakee. Hi, Joanne. What's your question?
Hi, my question is, I had a beautiful hibiscus out on my front porch all summer, and I brought it in, and seems like, and I was fighting white flies at that time too, and I think they came in with me with it. And is there anything I can do to get rid of them?
Well, Joanne, white flies can be a problem, and especially if you notice, if you have poinsettias at your home, that's another type of plant that they love. They favor certain plants. If you hope to keep the hibiscus, you are going to have to treat with an insecticide.
Okay.
Because they won't go away on their own, and unfortunately they keep laying eggs, and so then it's a cycle that keeps going on. So you will have to treat them, unless it's done just that one plant, and then you could dispose of it and keep the rest of your plants clean.
Okay. All right. Thanks for calling today. Lanny in Madison, you're next. Hi there. What's your question? Lanny, are you there? Lanny, can you hear me? Oh, sorry. I don't think she can hear us. But her question is, how does she get her orchid to rebloom? That's a tough one sometimes.
It is, because there's so many different kinds of orchids.
Right.
If I knew what type, because some of them want a cold period, others will tolerate just going outside during the summer. I finally am getting my phalaenopsis to rebloom by having it outside in a sort of a shady area and then bringing it in before danger of frost, and I've got 4 of them reblooming.
Oh, that's
I'm really
great.
excited. You got to fertilize, add new bark. There's just some basic care.
Okay, sorry about that, Lenny, but I hope you could hear the answer over the air. Let's go to Monica in Wanakee. Hi, Monica. What's your question?
Hi, I have some little bugs on my plants. I think they might be spider mites.
Okay.
They do seem to create all these little web-like things, and I'm wondering what the best way to get rid of them is.
Okay. If there's just webs, sometimes that's a spider that doesn't actually feed on plants. But if you test for spider mites, what you want to do is take a sheet of paper, put it underneath the foliage, and then knock on that plant. And if there's little specks of pepper on that sheet of paper, then that's spider mites.
And then what do you do for that?
Then that is not it is a spider, so it's not an insect. You need a different kind of chemical control for that. Or you can use insecticidal soap that is effective against it. But they tend to be on the undersides of the leaves, so that's where you want to concentrate the spray.
Okay, it must be a big problem this time of the year. We're having a lot of questions about
Well,
that.
in warmer conditions and not as humid, you do have more problems that can crop up inside.
Okay, let's go to Sharon in Mount Horeb. Hi, Sharon. What's your question? Sharon, are you there?
I'm here.
Hi, go ahead.
Pardon?
Go ahead. Go ahead with your question.
Okay, my question is, I bought a poinsettia plant Saturday, and the leaves, I noticed today, are already starting to shrivel up and falling off.
Well, did you package it before you came out? I've seen people leaving grocery stores and their plants aren't wrapped, and if it's too cold, they go into shock, and you'll see leaf drop that will occur. They'll do that exactly what you're describing. So moisture level is important with poinsettias, that you can't let them dry out. That could cause leaf drop, but also you want to wrap them when you take them out in the cold.
Okay, let's try to get one more quick question in here. Betty in Beloit. Hi, Betty. What's your question?
Yes, my question is, what do I do with the bulbs from this fall that I didn't get planted? Is there a way to keep them till next spring? And another question I have is, when's the best time for me to transplant my African violets? Okay.
I would say with those bulbs, I would do the forcing, where you actually treat them with a cool period. They're not going to survive till spring. The dry rot develops. So put them in soil, pot them up, and then keep them. Look up forcing on the internet. And then as far as the African violets, Fertilizer, fertilizer, fertilizer.
All right.
Yeah, the proper way.
Okay,
and good light.
All right, great. Thanks for your calls, everybody. We're out of time today, but if you're on the line, stay on the line, and Linda will go into the newsroom and speak to you personally. Thanks a lot, Linda.
Thank you,
We'll see you
Susan.
next week.
All right.
And Karin will have a final check of the weather when we come back.